Hi everybody, we're back. Hopefully I'm going to be able to get through this without the computer glitching out, but we never know till we find out by doing it. So let's get back into it. We're going to read from the Bible here in a second, and as we get started, let's read a little bit more about John Wycliffe, the critic of Rome. Wycliffe's defense of England's rights to keep its revenues within its own borders was courageous and bold. The deeper he entered into this defense, the more clearly he wrote against the corruptions of the Romish hierarchy. He was the first to call the Pope Antichrist, a name later echoed by the Westminster divines and incorporated into the Westminster Confession. He denied the Pope supreme power in the Church, denied the temporal rule of the Pope in the nations, denied the power of the Pope to forgive sins, and in fact denied that anyone but a godly Pope had any authority whatsoever. An old chronicler speaks of Wycliffe as running about from place to place barking against the Church. The Pope, in Wycliffe's own words, was the Antichrist, the proud worldly priest of Rome, and the most cursed of clippers and cut-purses. It is no wonder that the Church did not take too kindly to all of this. From the Pope on down, notice was taken of Wycliffe, and the orders went out from the highest levels of ecclesiastical hierarchy to silence the blasphemer. The first effort made to silence him was a summons from the Archbishop of Canterbury to appear before the highest ecclesiastic in England for trial. It was an interesting meeting. The Duke of Gaunt was there with some of his soldiers, as well as a large number of people from the moneyed classes, many of whom supported Wycliffe. Before the Archbishop could get on with any kind of a trial, he got involved in a heated discussion with the Duke over the question whether Wycliffe should sit down, the Archbishop insisting he ought to stand as the measure of respect. The Duke insisting he should sit down since the Archbishop did not really amount to that much. The whole meeting ended in a brawl, and nothing could be done against Wycliffe. This was on February 19th, 1377. In April of 1378, Wycliffe was once again summoned to the courts of the Church, but this time to an assembly of bishops. The bishops were almost sure that this time they would succeed in sentencing Wycliffe to the stake and be rid once and for all of his critical writings and preaching, which were such an embarrassment to the Church. But this effort also proved unsuccessful, for not only did Wycliffe enjoy the favor of the people, but the Queen Mother sent word to the bishops that, although they could try Wycliffe as much as they pleased, they had better not condemn him on peril of their lives. This so filled them with fear and consternation that they immediately disbanded the meeting. God used strange ways and strange people to protect his servant. Now let's listen to Revealing God's Treasure for a second about Mount Sinai.
It was a divine appointment where man was granted a beautiful opportunity to meet with his Creator in the encampment where they would dwell. God arranged a loving appointment, sent down from heaven above. God handed down the 10 Commandments, written with his own finger. It was a law of love of God, and love of our fellow man. The earthly sanctuary was to be built from the heavenly pattern, with each object representing the plan of salvation.
And Ron Wyatt is going to get into, or he already has, shared with everyone all the things he's found regarding these treasures, and I encourage everyone to look into it for themselves a little bit more. I'll keep including it in these readings, but let's now get to reading of the Bible from Exodus chapter 4, verses 15 through 19, starting with John Wycliffe's version. And the sovereigns of the sons of Israel came and cried to Pharaoh and said, Why doubtest thou against thy servants? Strays not you to us, and till soonest been commanded in like manner. Lo, we thy servants been beaten with scourges, and it is done still against thy people. Pharaoh said, Ye give intent to idleness, and therefore ye say, Go we, and make we sacrifice to the Lord. Therefore go ye and worship. Stray shall not be young to you. And ye shall need the customable number of tigel-stones. And the sovereigns of the children of Israel saying himself in evil, for it was said to them, No thing shall be decreased of till stones be all days. And now let's read King James Version. Then the officers of the children of Israel came and cried unto Pharaoh, saying, Wherefore dealest thou thus with thy servants? There is no straw given unto the servants. And they say to us, Make brick, and behold, thy servants are beaten, but the fault is thine own people. But he said, Ye are idle, ye are idle. Therefore ye say, Let us go and do sacrifice to the Lord. Go therefore now and work, for there shall no straw be given you, yet shall ye deliver the tale of bricks. And the officers of the children of Israel did see that they were in evil. After it was said, Ye shall not minish from your bricks of your daily task. So ends that reading. A little more of Ron Wyatt, and we're out of here.
Near the gate to the courtyard, a lamb would be killed by a repentant sinner, and its blood collected by the priest. The body of the sacrifice would be placed on the brazen altar. The priest would then place blood on the horns of the altar. The priest would then wash his hands and feet at the laver of water. Then he would enter the first apartment, called the holy place. In here are three important objects. The golden lampstand, which represents the Holy Spirit, the truth, and Jesus, the light of the world. Next, the table of showbread, which represents the bread of life, Jesus. The priest would then place blood on the horns of the altar of incense, and cast blood upon the veil, which represents Jesus' flesh.
And we'll look at what's behind curtain number 1 next time. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye.